Hello and welcome to Channel Sport this morning. It's great to have you join us again. I am Taya Salan. Yes, my co-pilot is back.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Great to be back on the show again.
Yes.
All right, we're starting off with what happened in Benin City, Edo State. Bayelsa State came to Benin, and it was a clean sweep for both the men and the women. I'm talking about the Aiteo Cup finals, where Bayelsa United beating Nasarawa United on penalties. And of course, Bayelsa Queens beating FC Robo to win the Aiteo Cup. So it was just a tale of two teams from Bayelsa State sweeping everything away.
Yes, this is the very first time where two different teams from, two states is winning the Aiteo Cup competitions. Congratulations to Bayelsa Queens and Bayelsa United. Also on the show, the post-Messi era has gotten off to a winning start hours after the legendary captain bid farewell to the team after 21 years.
Yeah, 3-0 against Juventus. You would say that without Messi, Barcelona will still be Barcelona. Yeah. But we'll find out more about that when the season starts.
Exactly.
All right. Also in the program, Olympic wrap. Out of 2,401 medals that were on offer in Tokyo, Nigeria got their hands on just 2. Yes, you will say it's a plus. 11,000 athletes are competing over 339 events. And at the end of the day, Nigeria were able to come home with 2 medals. We'll be doing a comprehensive review of what went down in Tokyo. And of course, 3 Olympians will be joining us on the show.
Yeah. Yes, exciting times. Indeed, the Tokyo 2020 is done and dusted. Celia, was exciting, 17 days of action. Now the Olympic flame is extinguished, the Olympic cauldron is closed and not to be opened again until Paris 2024. Can't wait for that one, Miss Celia.
So let's get into it. All right, now before we talk about our guests that will be joining us, let's just take a look at how it all went down yesterday when the Olympics came to a close. Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. We have one of the Olympians right here in the studio, Olajide Omotayo, table tennis player. Olajide, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Okay. The last time we spoke to you, you were about to become an Olympian, right?
Yeah.
But right now, you are. How was it like in Tokyo?
The experience was amazing, and for me, it was a dream come true. Because many years ago, I remember I was dreaming to go to the Olympics, and here I am today. My dream has turned into reality.
Awesome stuff.
All right. We also have other Olympians that are joining us on the show this morning from our Abuja studio. We have Ese Brume, a bronze medalist. She's right here with us from our Abuja studio. And also Blessing Oberodu, who won a silver medal in wrestling. And of course, Ese Brume's coach, Kayode Yaya, the man who ensured that she was able to get her hands on a medal. Good morning. It's good to have you join us.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having us.
It's great to have all of you joining us on the show this morning. Really appreciate your time. All right, guys, let's just get straight into it. Blessing, let me start with you first of all. How are you? How are you doing? How's your knee feeling this morning?
Yeah, my knee, the pain is still there, but I think it's getting better.
It's getting better, indeed. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. You have come a long way from your parents telling you that wrestling is not for women, it's for guys alone, to you now becoming a silver medalist. Tell us about that journey.
Yeah, first of all, I give God the glory. It's not an easy job. And I feel so excited being the first to win in the Olympics. It's been a year. We have been crying for this, working hard with coaches, president, NOC, training partners. But at the end, we end up with praise with a silver medal at the Olympic.
Indeed, that's a fantastic achievement. I recall after you won gold at the Commonwealth Games, that was in Gold Coast. You talked about your next target being winning gold at the Olympics. And you came this close. Do you think perhaps without the injury, you could have defeated Mensa Stock in that final?
Yeah, the pain was there, but I give God the glory whatever time when I want to go out. Immediately I'm in the field. I don't feel it that much, but you know, I did an attack that she was be able to pull the leg side, and that was painful. But I know for now she was better than me. That is why she got the gold.
It's good to see you being very magnanimous in defeat, Blessing.
Yeah, a great one for you, Blessing. I mean, when we were all watching that particular wrestle, we were all rooting for you, thinking you'd be able to do it because you won 10 gold medals, you know, 10-time African champion. Not everyone can actually hold on to that for a very long time, but somehow you've been able to do that. You went to the Commonwealth Games, you won a gold medal. What was it like for you when you won that silver? Because we saw your celebration.
You know, when the moment I got to the semi-final and I won the semi-final, the joy that I feel at that time is as if I've already won the gold medal. It was a dream come true, and I really can't explain how happy I was at that time. It is a thing of joy.
Yeah, a thing of joy for you. Okay, you know what? Let's talk to Aiteo Brume now. Aiteo, I mean, when you've been to the Commonwealth Games, you've been to the Youth Games where you won, you know, a gold medal in in long jump. Now, going into the Olympics, winning your very first medal, I remember in May when you broke the record, the African record in the long jump, 7.17 meters. Everyone was rooting for you, saying, okay, you know what? Even if we're going to go to Tokyo without winning anything, Aiteo Brume will give us a medal. Now, finally, you were able to get a bronze medal. Were you under pressure, you know, going into the Olympics, knowing that it's like the whole nation, you know, were rooting for you, knowing you were going to win a medal?
Oh, well, there was actually pressure, you know, from different places, and with the fact that I went there with a world leading jump. I mean, I was actually pressured a bit, but I tried not to focus on that because it could cause a negative impact on me. So, with the help of my coach, I was able to, you know, skate through. I mean, try to divert my focus from the pressure, and then I try to keep focus, keeping on, try to do things that would, you know, take my focus from the pressure from, I mean, different places. And I'm thankful to God that it's actually worked out, and you know, happy that with the fact that despite with the pressure from other places, I mean, I didn't fail.
Of course, you didn't fail. Just to let you know that Nigeria has now won gold, silver, and bronze in long jump, thanks to you. Watching that final again, watching you going toe-to-toe against Brittany Reese, against Malaika Nyambo. These are legendary long jumpers. What was that feeling like? What was going through your mind? And when it became obvious that you're going to end up on the podium against these amazing long jumpers?
Well, I was super excited. Though I still try to keep my focus at that moment because I didn't want to relent. I didn't want to settle for less.
Right.
But I won't say unfortunately fortunately for me, I still made it to the medal table, and I'm happy with my performance, and I'm sure that my coach is also happy with my performance.
Yeah, we're all happy with your performance, so you can say that again. We'll come back to you, ladies, shortly. Let's get Olajide involved in all of this as well too. Just like Blessing and Aiteo Brume, you guys have come a long way. 2015, there were talks about you quitting table tennis.
Yeah.
So from 2015, 4 years down the line, for whatever reason, you rescinded your decision, and now you're an Olympian.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I would say 4 years ago, I didn't see myself at the Olympics, and after getting the ticket, that was 2020, before the pandemic came, and it was put on hold. And right now, I would say my dream just got bigger, because now I can see like I can really make it to the Olympics, and I have what it takes. So right now, I just need to like go back to training and improve more and try to like increase my effort. And I can say I am much more motivated now and very much determined.
I can imagine. So just hold on a second. The Rabat African Championships. It was an amazing tournament for you. You eventually won the title. You beat Quadri, Toriel, and Ahmed Saleh on your way to winning that title. You had great momentum on your side. Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Would you say it was the pandemic that kind of contributed to your performance in Tokyo?
I would say, like you just said, I was in good shape, in good form. I won against the best 2 players in Africa in 3 weeks, and the pandemic came, and I was unable to play for any club due to this pandemic. So I haven't played international matches for about 2 years now, almost 2 years. So I would say one way or the other it affected me, but I would not put the blame on that. I will put the blame on myself that I need to get better.
Yeah, because against Thiago Apollonia, we expected much from you. Yes, we know he was a top-ranked player, but, you know, going there as an African champion, whether you played table tennis for 2 years or not, we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the fact that, yes, he's an African champion. Of course, he can even get to the second round. How was that match like against Thiago?
I started very good, and had it been I was able to secure the first 2 sets, I think I would win that match. And Thiago Apollonia has been in top 50 for more than 15 years, I would say. Yeah. So in experience, it's very like he has high level of experience, and I think I lost that match due to the experience level.
Inexperience, okay. You're getting it more under your belt right now. Now, let's go back to our Abuja studio where Kayode Yaya, yes, we have not spoken to him. He's the coach of Aiteo Brume. Kayode, when you saw Aitio's first jump, her very first jump got her that medal. And we know Brittany Reese, of course, she's one of those top athletes when it comes to long jump. Defending champion, of course, you know, against Aiteo Brume. What were the things you told her, you know, before she started her jump?
Well, the first thing I told her was, you are here for a purpose. And all you need to do right now when you compete against these big names is to register your presence. So I told her to take the first jump like it's the only jump that she had to take. And then she did as instructed, and that put her on a point where the rest people were kind of devastated and wonder, wow, who starts an Olympic with a 697? So everybody was cautious. They became over-cautious. And, you know, it just worked out the way we actually planned it.
Yes, worked out eventually. But, I mean, Aiteo on the day, 697. The winner, Mayambo, 7 flats. The second place lady, Brittany Reese, same jump as Aiteo. And Aiteo going into this competition came in with a world lead, 7.17, African record, shattered Chiama's record stood for 25 years. Do you feel after all of this that perhaps it's a missed opportunity? You could have, I mean, if you have jumped anything close to your record, I mean, Aitio's record, you would have been talking about a gold medalist at the Olympics.
Yes, you're quite correct, but at the same time, the dynamics of the sports don't work that way. You see, if you watch that day, every one of them were struggling to go above 7 meters. That is what it was for that day, because you see, when the stars meet together, there's this pressure that comes in them. Now they know she had a world lead of 7.17. They are very cautious and they are very careful. They know she can pull a string from any corner. So they were too very, very cautious. Here's the thing. The thing is this, is that Essie had jumps further than 697, but she had a little foul on them.
Yeah.
And you know, as the jump proceeds, the energy level keeps dropping. But I think it's all about the Olympics. I mean, this is the Olympics we're talking about. Yeah, the majority, they come to the Olympics just to get a medal. The medal is what everybody's looking for. If a record comes with that, it's okay with them. But you know, SC has really won a lot. I think everything that has to do with track and field. But the Olympic is going to be the icing on the cake. So
Yeah.
an Olympic medal we do, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, Kaide, you know what? You guys in Abuja studio, just hold your thoughts there. We'll go on a short break. We'll be back after this. All right, time to talk about the way forward and, of course, how the support system was like for these athletes. I'll start with the athletes in Abuja. I'll start with you, S.A. Brume. What was the support system like? I know some athletes actually got the Adopt an Athlete campaign, which actually helped some to prepare for the Olympics. What was it like for you?
I actually got, I was actually listed for the Adopt an Athlete program, and I got mine, even though it was, towards the Olympics. It was very late though, but I appreciate the fact that I still got it, and it went a long way for me. And I'm hoping in the future also to be able to get more sponsors. More sponsors. Yes, in preparation for the next Olympics, which is in Paris 2023.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. Like, it's not too far away. Just under 3 years from now, we'll be talking about the opening ceremony of the Olympics. How far can you jump? I mean, 7.17 already at this stage of your career. You're still very young. How far do you think you can go?
I know that I can still do better. I still have, a lot to give, because I'm just 25 and I still have more years, ahead of me in sports. So I can't really say the exit, but I know that I have a lot to give. So I'm going back home to continue to develop myself so I can improve more on my distance, and hopefully by the grace of God I'm able to go a lot further than what I have attained now.
Yeah, indeed. You just got to keep putting in the work, and hopefully you might strike gold at the next Olympics in Paris. Let's go over to Blessing Oborududu now, Nigeria's first ever wrestling medalist at the Olympics. That's a massive, remarkable achievement indeed. I said earlier, after the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games, you targeted winning gold at the Olympics. You've come this close now, silver. Surely you're going to be gunning for gold now in Paris, or you want to stick with earlier reports that have been making the rounds that you are actually contemplating retirement?
Yeah, right now, after the treatment of my knee,
Okay.
I can get back. I know I can still give more if I will be in that comfort zone to compete. What I mean by comfort zone is not, I'm not going to worry about feeding, or some little needs. And I can still
You can still compete.
Compete, yeah.
So you're not retiring. We should forget all of that, all of those reports. you need to confirm to
I'm
Nigerians
not retiring
now.
because I did well at the Olympics, and I also want to appreciate my governor. He gave me the support. I was adopted by him, although it was very close to the Olympics. But Father, when I got that adoption, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to bring a medal for my governor.
Right.
And I was really hoping for a gold medal. And I was praying that I should wrestle to that final because I don't want to go for bronze. I want to get to the final. And with God's mercy, silver medal. More than a gold for me right now.
I can imagine that feeling, a blessing. You're indeed a blessing. Now, before we wrap this up for all of you right there in Abuja, what are the things you want to say to Nigerians right now? Your preparations going into Paris 2024, going to the Olympics, and just be the lucky ones to bring medals back to the country. I'll start with you, Essay.
First of all, I want to say thanks to you all for your support, your prayers, for all. I know, I mean, you all, one way or the other, contributed to our success. So I want to say thanks to you all. I want to especially thank the governor of my state, Governor Okoa, for his input, his contribution towards my career and to my current success. He has done a great deal for me. Right from 2020, that was after the World Championships, he sponsored me to the States in order to train and prepare for 2020. But unfortunately, the Olympics didn't work out. I want to say thanks to him. Thank you, sir. I'm so grateful for your support. And also, I want to say thanks to each and everyone, my parents, my family, my coaches, the ministry, the minister. Thanks to you all. And hopefully, by the grace of God, the latter year will be greater than now, than this present. And I'm praying by the grace of God that I'm able to climb the podium in 2023. Not just the podium, the medal table. I mean, the gold medal table, the medal, yeah. So thanks to you all. I really appreciate. And one more thing I want to say to each and every private sector out there too, that hopefully we've done a great job for you. I mean, for Nigeria as a whole, and we hope that you all as well support us in the latter years. Thank you.
Well said.
So, Blessing, your final thoughts.
Yeah, I want to thank all Nigerians, those that pray for me secretly, my training partner, Oxen Waribi, because I love to train with man. I love to train with man, not lady, because lady training is... I know, but I just want to say thank you to my training partner, especially Waribi, Hannah Ruben, my coaches, Victor Kodem, and Purity Alcohol, also my state coaches, everybody, and also the NOC that supported me from the beginning. I never failed them. Also the minister, he was there. Wow, it's amazing. I want to say big thank you to everyone. And we pray that from this achievement that we have in this Olympics, we should have more private sector support from them, support from the government, so that we can plan ahead, not have an issue of going for competition, you don't have funds. At the end of the day, they're going to pick one or two people to go for a competition. I pray that the Lord grant our heart desires and see us through, and God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you to Blessing, Essay, and Coach Kayode for taking our time to join us this morning. Thank you all. Coach Kayode, your final words. Do you have any word?
Oh, yes. I just want to thank everyone who supported us in one way or the other, in prayers and in kinds, especially the governor of Delta State. He was very, very kind to SA, and that really propelled her because she was able to settle lots of bills in the United States in terms of accommodation, treatment, feeding, Uber, and all of that. And that included me as well, too. And I have to thank him very much. And I'm very happy that the minister was there all through the Olympics. He saw for himself. He has learned, he got an experience, and I think that's going to affect his decisions right now because he knows the Olympic is a very different thing right now. And I want to thank him for taking his time to be there in every single of the games. And I want to thank Nigerians. I want to thank my fellow coaches who have been working so hard, supporting me one way or the other. Thank you very much. And I pray that we are going to get more better results as we prepare for 2023 Paris Showdown. And to all the private sector out there, you know what you can do for us. Please do not hesitate to do anything you can for us. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you, Coach Kayode. Thank you, S.A. Brume, and thank you, Blessing Oborodudu, for joining us this morning. All the best, and I hope the private sectors, I've heard you guys, they should be able to sponsor so that in 2024, we will be talking about just practicing and preparing and not about funding issues and also not having money to go for major competitions. So thank you so much. All right, Omotayo, you're still here in the studio. I'll wrap this up for you. I mean, I asked them the same question, the support system that they got. What was yours like?
For me, I haven't been adopted yet, and the support system at the Olympics, for me, is not that impressive, and I hope at the next Olympic to be better.
What are some of the stuff that you feel wasn't really okay, that you feel they can actually improve on so that 2024 won't have those issues again?
For example, we went there without Coach Nasiru Bello. We went there with just one coach, and we were 4 players, and this was not like, we were not happy about this.
Not ideal.
I hope at the next Olympic we will have like enough coaches there. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, it's important. Of course, coaching is so important in any sports for that matter. I want to ask you about, I mean, you're the African champion still, right?
Yeah.
So you're a big deal when it comes to table tennis on the continent. But a lot of talks came out during the Olympics, complaints here and there. For you, do you feel inferior when you go out to these big competitions, when you see other country athletes from other countries having incredible support, and you look at yourself like, you feel like an orphan? Do you ever get that impression, or am I exaggerating?
You're not exaggerating. You've said it all. Like, I think the Honorable Minister is doing a good job, and I'm really happy that we have someone like him. At the Olympics, he was there all through, and we felt his love, you know. We had this connection with him, and I'm very sure, had it been this pandemic didn't come up, he would have done a lot of stuff. So I think he's the man for the job. But definitely, I do feel like an orphan whenever I go out there.
So hopefully going forward, that's no longer the case for the country. Lastly, before I let you go, is on table tennis. Every time there's a major competition, we look out for Nigerians involved, and we see your name, and we see a Chinese guy, Chinese opponent, and we're like, oh, no, okay, it's got no chance. So that's the end of the road. The Chinese, of course, we know how good they are in table tennis. Are they so good to the point where you guys cannot bridge that gap? Like, you have no chance against them? Is that what it is?
I think in terms of sport, when like some things that need to be set in place, you know. Okay. In China, table tennis is like a religion. And I believe in Nigeria, table tennis is not yet a religion. So until we go back to the basic and, you know, invest more, that's when the result will start coming, you know.
So it's not like you can't compete with these guys, but you need all the basics in place for you to get to that level.
Yeah, you need everything. You need a mental coach, everything. A lot has to be put in place, you know. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, thank you so much, Omotayo, for coming on the program. A lot had to be put in place. I love the fact that when you mentioned the sports minister was there, he saw everything himself. And hopefully those things that you guys actually complained about, he will be able to rectify that going forward. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me. But finally, I would like to thank the governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and I appreciate you so much, sir, and I want to say big thanks, sir.
You got support system from him too?
Yeah. Before
Okay,
going to the
good one.
Yeah, I
Olympics.
remember that.
Hopefully you can be adopted soon,
Soon
and then
as
the
well.
I
support
hope.
will just continue
By
because we
God's
have the
grace.
African Championships coming up,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
World Championships coming up
Yeah.
even before the Olympics.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, bro.
All right, let's listen to IOC President Thomas Bach. He's been talking about the fact that this Olympics is a symbol of hope, for everyone and also the global community. Yeah, interesting. As the Olympics, they saw the new sports were making their debuts. Surfing, for instance, skateboarding, sports, climbing, and even karate all made their debut. And sports like baseball, softball, returning to the Olympics after a 13-year absence. We have Oyewuchi in the studio, sports editor, a deputy sports editor, Sporting Life. He's right here in the studio. Oyewuchi, it's been a wonderful Olympics for all of us, especially we didn't return home empty-handed like we did in London 2012.
I just watched Tayo's body language. I don't think he agrees with the word wonderful.
You're good
Cecilia.
body language
Yeah,
reader.
I don't think he agrees with the word wonderful.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the Olympics.
yeah, all of us enjoyed the Olympics, especially the race between China and the United States of America.
Yes.
So it was fun. You watch very serious countries try to do the other. But let's come back home. I mean, for us, I've read a lot of stories, especially past minister Damishi Sango, who said it was an improvement when you compare what we have done in this Olympics to the past two Olympic Games in 21 years. He said this is the best so far. Well, I want to agree with him, but that means we are lowering the bar.
Yes.
If for a country of 200 and something million people, we are still chasing 1 silver and 1 bronze.
We went with just 60 athletes.
It doesn't matter.
Some country has 600,000,
Yes.
400,000, 300,000.
Yes, I agree with you. But, when you look at it comparatively, we should go for sports that will have strength. We didn't present weightlifting. Remember?
Because we did not even go for qualifiers.
Exactly.
It's all part of the issues.
We didn't present boxing.
No qualifiers.
Our first Olympic Games was, our
boxer.
first medal in the Olympic Games was from boxing.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. So it shows that we have very fundamental problems. For me, I want to celebrate these athletes. I mean, Oborodudu and Esebrume, we are in the Abuja studio. We love them, what they have done. But it's like they have grinded victory, literally, from nothing. She said the support came very late, which is part of the problem.
Yeah.
Gideon Omotayo was here. We saw him at the Commonwealth Games. We knew he had potential.
Serious potential.
But where's the support? We are not going to give them support very late. Everybody has said, key to getting a medal, funding and planning.
Yeah.
If you have to plan very well, make sure that they get the money they needed. They will need
On time.
Not a month to the Olympic Games, not 2 months to the Olympic, not at the Olympic Games, not promising athletes medal. If you win so and so medal, we'll give you 10,000. Where are these funds all along? Those are the issues that we'll be talking about.
Yeah, your spots on loads of issues, and we hope we stop, talking about the same things going forward. Onye mentioned the battle for supremacy between China and the USA. When he came on the show, and in the final medal table, it's the USA. They're still the global force that they are in sports. It was interesting in the run-up to the final day. The media in the USA kept on putting USA on top because they had more medals, even though they had less gold than China, which is the generally accepted model for counting the winners of the Olympics. But guess what? On the final day of action, the USA managed to get a couple more golds, and they ended up finishing on top, both overall medals and gold count. So congratulations to the USA. China, of course, second, followed by Japan, the Great Britain, ROC, as the Russian Olympic Committee, Australia, Netherlands, France, Germany, Italy. Italy, what a surprise, what a revelation. Lamont Jacobs, double gold medalist in 100 meters and the 4x1. Of course, Nigeria placed 74th. It was a tie with a couple of other countries. They won bronze and won silver.
Interesting one from the Olympics. The USA, 4x400 meters, men and women. That, and of course, the basketball. Immediately that happened.
That's how they were able to
that was how they were able to do that. Of course, swimming gave them most of their gold medals, about 30 in all. It's of note that UK athletics spent £23 million. That was their budget for track and field alone. And they won just 6 medals. There was no gold medal.
And there's an inquiry.
So now,
there's an inquiry. Like, what's going on? You guys are not
something's going on. So you guys are not delivering. Now, when we talk about sports in Nigeria, I mean, you said we're not ready. Yes, we're not. Because if UK athletics can have £23 million as their budget, track and field alone, I'm not talking about the whole Olympics. How much was Nigeria's on? We need to go on a break and we'll end the Olympics segment here.
Sadly,
we need to go on a break. We'll end the Olympics segment here.
Cecilia,
and when we come back.
Are you not sad?
I am very sad. I need my mental strength.
And I don't miss the sleepless nights, though, so yeah.
Okay.
We'll be back for 2024.
We'll be back to talk about Aiteo Cup and how Bayelsa went to Edo State and it came and it cleaned everything that was at stake. Yes, the Olympic Games are over, but then we'll still keep talking about some of the issues that were raised during the Games. But now let's talk about other sports. Handball is starting today in Sokoto, the Under-12 and Under-15 Handball Championship. 2019 Sokoto hosted, and this time around they said they would try and ensure that all the athletes are tested for COVID-19 before they can participate. And also the fact that 29 clubs will be participating and it's going to be a 10-day championship. Let's listen to the organizers, what they put in place for these athletes that will be competing in the National Under-12 and Under-15 Handball Championship beginning today in Sokoto.
When you look at the field and the arrangement and the arena, there is improvement, contrary to the 2019 event. And this we have learned from the experience, what we have missed in the GAF 2019, and we have covered it. We have a team of medical team that are going to conduct the rapid test at the arrival. So at the State University now, when you go, you see people having the rapid test of COVID-19. And then there is COVID-19 safety protocol guidelines, which is the regularly washing hands. When you go there, you see the washing hand machines, the locally made, were putting in place for the COVID-19 protocol-wise.
Great one for the organizers there, just keeping everyone safe. And they will be playing the games without fans at all. This is just to ensure that the spread of the virus doesn't happen during the 10-day championship. All right, let's quickly go to the Aiteo Cup in Benin City. What happened? Everyone expected Nasarawa United to win simply because they are a Premiership side and they finished a second. No one saw Bayelsa United in that order, especially when Bayelsa scored first. And before you know, in 2 minutes, Nasarawa United were 2-1 up, and then Bayelsa equalized all the 4 goals scored in the first half. Then second half, no goals, went into penalties, and Bayelsa won 4-3 on penalties.
That's the significance of the Aiteo Cup. I mean, it gives a level playing field for every team. If you aspire, if you prepare very well, and you believe in yourself, then you can win. You know, when Bayelsa United defeated Rangers, a lot of us felt it was a fluke. Okay, Rangers didn't have a full complement of the players. Some went to the United States to play against the friendly against Mexico. Then they beat Rivers United at the Aggie Stadium. Everybody started feeling that, yeah, they could win the tournament, and they have done that. And that's why United, have done well this season. They play very good football, and just over the weekend, one of their players signed a deal in Sweden. It shows that they've got quality. And Silas Nwankwo, he tied. He's the top scorer for last season. He scored 19 goals, and unfortunately, he could not add to his tally. But you would have expected that they win. So I'm not surprised that people really tipped Nasarawa United. But this is it. This is football. This is the Aiteo Cup. Any team can win.
So it simply means Bayelsa United will be playing on the continent next season. That's if NFL were able to rectify the whole thing. Yeah,
I've been reading a lot of things about the issue, surrounding the eligibility to play in the CAF Confederations Cup. A lot of people have also compared it to what happened to the club in Ghana. But I think the latest is that citing some articles in CAF statutes, the NFF can't actually make a case for Bayelsa United because they are playing in the lower league and they're not expected to, to do the club licensing thing. So they can't make a case for them, and hopefully that will be done and they can play. I don't subscribe to, if this window is there, I don't subscribe to giving it to another team. That will cause a lot of problems. We are already having issues. Kwara United threatening to pull out of the league because of the 3 points and 3 goals awarded to Rivers United. So we don't need much of this crisis. If you have won it, they should do everything within the book to make sure that Bayelsa United duly play on the continent.
Yes, because they're in that sport. They're the first NNL side to win the third cup in 20 years since Dolphins FC.
Absolutely.
And to the women's final, this was a lot more straightforward, unlike the final between the guys. A lot of people, a lot of pundits thought Bayelsa Queens will get the job done against SC Robo, and that's exactly how it panned out.
Yeah, I mean, Robo FC has also done well for themselves.
To get to the final.
To get to the final. They beat Aiteo Queens and some other big teams in Nigerian female football. Bayelsa Queens have also come a long way in the women's football, so it was an easy ride. That one was very easy, to guess, and a lot of people, I think, a lot of people who put their money on Bayelsa Queens would have gotten it right. For Robo Queens, they have this tradition of producing very young players, and we have seen them play very good football. Asisa Joshua started his career there before he went to Rivers Angels. Rashidat Ajibade. So they should not feel bad. They can come back next season and hopefully they could win the title.
Indeed. Okay. Congratulations to Bayelsa Queens. So the Bayelsa teams are the first ever to do this historic double 25 million naira and 10 million naira prize money for both sides. Quickly, let's touch up with Lionel Messi.
Quickly, I'll just look at Sporting's. Okay.
Just to wrap up the Messi, Barcelona have started the post-Messi era on a winning note. They won the one Gamper trophy as a friendly, pretty much, against Juventus, 3-0. So perhaps they should smile. There's something to smile about going forward for Barca fans.
It's pre-season.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sporting's on. Look at this one here. And show no rivalry with Jamie Vardy and others, dedicating his Community Shield goal to God. That's Sporting's son. If you have Sporting's complete sport, what do you have here?
Complete sports. Osimhen inspires Napoli to another friendly win. City lead them back into the UEFA Champions League.
Okay.
Of course, Arsenal still losing again as well. They lost to Tottenham.
I want to thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Oye, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having
me.
Yeah, thank you for watching as well too. Try and join us again tomorrow. I am Taya Salam.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a great day.